course, till the light came up. Do you remember that? Do you remember that song?
Yeah, I
that
do.
song? 'Cause I still sing that song. I first heard it from you. That was the first time. Remember?
I'm through with love. I'll never fall again.
Hopefully this is working. I have no idea. Is the audio okay? Again, I'm always really bad at these live streams, so throw them at me. And the music's fading out and everything. Great. Play Fleming Oasis. Yeah, I like this. Okay, everything's working fine. Okay, cool. So basically what this whole stream is about is just, it's a test stream. Don't expect this to be a regular thing. Okay, audio is fine. Great. We could watch one of the Phoenix Wrongs. Okay. The idea was I'm planning on starting a podcast kind of thing sometime soon, and it's very likely that it's going to be heavily Ace Attorney related. And okay, so at some point in my channel's development and where it was going, I planned this big video, and it's called The Mason System. And the Mason System was going to be my final Ace Attorney video. I wasn't going to make any more Ace Attorney videos after that. I was going to move on completely. And now that I've kind of shifted direction and I kind of want to do an assortment of both and do Ace Attorney, not even on the side, but just do Ace Attorney, but do a bunch of other stuff too. I had all of these Mason System assets just sitting there on my computer, and I'm just thinking I really could have done something with this. So I'm thinking maybe I could make like an Ace Attorney podcast with the name The Mason System, you know, because really flashy. You know, try do something with that. So would you guys be interested in a thing like that? I don't know. Yeah, it's nice to have variety. Like, so, you know, I'm just asking in general. I know there's not many people in the chat asking, yeah, like what would you guys like to see? Like, would you guys like seeing an Ace Attorney podcast thing coming out like bi-weekly or whatever? It's merely just a test of the style to see what would work, I guess. Yeah. Alright, cool. Let me just check the audio's okay again. Because audio is just like a big thing in these videos. But like whenever I go back and watch my streams, I'm like, audio's too loud, or audio's too quiet. Like, I'm too quiet, the music's too loud. Especially when I'm playing games. Whenever I'm playing a game, it's always finished. Okay. So the focus of this stream, I guess, this is going to be really short. So like, let's say 20-30 minutes most. I was going to talk about like the Phoenix Wrong I just made like just the other day, the whole creative process that went into that. So the biggest inspiration for that video was actually Investigations 2, because I actually recently beat that game, and playing Investigations 2, I'm sorry, I'm really distracted right now. Playing Investigations 2 got me thinking about like how much Ace Attorney not abuses but uses family issues and all that's kind of sort in Ace Attorney, and it got me thinking, wow, like Ace Attorney really loves using familial issues, whether it be a mother or a father, like who ran away or whatever. There was even an interview that I was reading just today that was with I believe Yamazaki, Fuse, and another guy. I don't think Shiro wasn't there. It was Yamazaki, Fuse, and another guy. It was basically the team that worked on Dual Destinies. I need to get up another track. It was I feel like New Japanese is gonna get me like copyright strike, so Orient Dance should be fine. Yeah, it's a nice track. Again, hopefully the audio is fine. Oh, see, I even lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, take care, sir. Well, yeah, kind of. Okay, so podcast. Oh, let me load this again. Audio is always louder than it needs to be. So I was playing the game, and they were talking through all these familial issues, and I was really invested in it. And I was like, yeah, wow, it's just really interesting to see what's going on in their minds heading into these games. Like for instance, I was reading like Yamazaki literally speak on, because I've never seen them do this before, as far as I'm aware anyway. Never seen them like just speak about like the final bits and pieces of the game. It's usually just, oh yeah, case 2, case 3, and then they just leave everything ambiguous towards the end. But this time they actually went in detail, and it's just really interesting seeing what was going through their minds. And one of the things Yamazaki actually brought up, Yamazaki is the guy who made the Investigations 1, Investigations 2, Dual Destinies, and Spirit of Justice. One of the things that Yamazaki actually said was he noticed that Ace Attorney used an assortment of family issues, and I think it was the other guy, it wasn't Fuse. They responded in saying something along the lines of, oh, well, that's just kind of the style, it just kind of fits with what Ace Attorney is. And I guess I've always just kind of wanted to have a conversation that could lo-fi hip-hop, yeah, kind of vaporwave, jeez. So yeah, it was like it was one of the things where, you know, I looked at it and it was like, okay, so they know all of this stuff is going on. They know that they use the whole family trope a lot. They know they use the whole deadbeat dad, runaway mother, struggling father. I think they even said they tried to subvert it with Spirit of Justice. In my opinion, while I appreciate the subversion, I don't think they did a particularly good job, because I don't really like Dirk. That's a whole other can of worms, whatever. So, you know, I was looking at the interview and just seeing them show awareness to the issues, and, you know, seeing all their insecurities and fears being just thrown on the table. This is like what, 15th anniversary, right? So they could just say whatever they want. I might even link it in the chat or description of the video, wherever for you guys to give it a read. But it was really interesting and enlightening to see the writers of games that I've grown to enjoy. Even like, yeah, okay, the joke is, yeah, Dual Destinies is bad or whatever, and yeah, it's not a good Ace Attorney game, but you know, it's still Ace Attorney, and because it's Ace Attorney, you enjoy it for it being Ace Attorney, if you know what I mean. So you see all these people that wrote games that you love and enjoy, and you get to see. It was just really interesting getting to read about their mindsets heading into these games. Yeah. Oh, hey, Mecha Shadow, what's up? It's, you know. So yeah, like, this is really just. See, this was supposed to be about Phoenix Wrongs, and I've already gone on a tangent about family issues and the riots in Ace Attorney. It's just really interesting to me. Like, and that's why I really want a podcast. I don't know, just a platform to be able to just talk without a script about things that interested me within Ace Attorney. Some things that I feel like don't even need a video. Yeah, it was a good read. Like some things I feel like I don't even need to, like, you know, get a keyboard and start typing a script for, because I'm like, I mean, somebody could just say that, you know. Like, do I really need to make a video about family issues in Ace Attorney? Not really, because, you know, I could just say how I feel to it, you know. Yeah, it's nice having one-on-one conversations. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get, obviously at a certain point I'll try to get more people on. Like, I could even see if someone else is the music stopped. Great. I already played Nujabes. I will play some Neo Soul. I'm not trying to be hit with a copyright strike. After that, I'll play some America Bard Do. Yeah. Yeah, this one's Blue Flower, The Roots. For Soul Productions. I love these guys. I use this. This was actually used in the Emma Sky video. It's what plays after the beginning track. I'll play it loudly. I'm gonna play this loudly for a bit because I really like this track. I don't know, I really like that track, so I just felt the need to share it. Yeah, that's what played in the Emma Sky video, like that whole character appreciation thing. Yeah, I really like it. Really like that track. I wanted to sneak it into a video somewhere, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play that. So yeah, oh yeah, they based Gumshoe's lunch on a programmer's lunch. There's a lot of small little nods, like. This one's really obvious, but obviously, Missile is based off Shu Takumi's dog. Yeah, he made an entire game about his dog saving the world. Like, Shu Takumi's amazing. That guy's great. I know we give Yamazaki a lot of grief, but you know, he's trying his best. He's trying his best with what he has, and I think he understands. Okay, let's even get into Yamazaki a bit here. This is something I will do. I will dedicate a video to Yamazaki because he's a really interesting subject. I feel like Yamazaki knows what he needs to do, but due to I don't want to speak. Here's the thing. Something I really don't like about, you know, a lot of, I'm not gonna say YouTube figures or whatever. Just I don't like saying things that I just don't know to be true. Like for all I know, the higher ups in Capcom just don't care about bringing Phoenix back, you know. I mean, it's very probable that they do, but you know, I'm not gonna speak that into existence, you know. So it could be, because from what I've seen in interviews, it could be a Yamazaki thing. It could be a Shiro, the producer. It could be Fuse. I'm not gonna lie. When I was reading that interview, it seemed like Fuse was really excited, just like yeah. And then we brought back Maya. Like he was really happy, and I was like, I ain't feeling that. So, yeah, in spite of who there is to blame in regards to how Yamazaki writes his games, at least he has a lot of respect for Takumi, and that really shines through in his work. But I feel as though some of that respect, the level of respect he shows for Takumi's original source material, can sometimes, you know, limit where he goes. Because you know, Yamazaki's a bit crazy, right? Crazy in the sense that he can go in a wild, crazy direction, and you'll have no idea. I'm gonna change the track. I'm gonna play "Honey" by Erykah Badu. I played this in the Danganronpa video. Okay, so Yamazaki, is this the track? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, okay, I'll lower it. I'm gonna have a drink of water 1 second, sorry. Alright. Oh yeah. I mean, I've heard horror stories about, you know, Kodaka wasn't the one that thought of the concept of Danganronpa. As I say, I don't know. Again, I'm done with Danganronpa for now. I've reviewed the first game. After the reception I got for the first review, I made it incumbent upon myself to consume everything Danganronpa I could to make this final statement video. It's like, okay, this is everything. This is what I think of everything that's been presented thus far. I made a video about how I believe Danganronpa could be better and the ways it could improve. At this point, I don't really have anything else to say about Danganronpa that could be either positive or negative. At this point, the only thing I can really do is, yeah, but nobody really wants to play the Bear Girls, do they? The only thing I can really do with Danganronpa is when I eventually play V3, I can review that. After that, I mean, there's nothing really to do with Danganronpa at this point. Like, I'm not even that invested into the Danganronpa story. Like, I know a lot of people are like, what if this and that? I can't wait for the next volume of the Kyoko light novel. I don't know what's going on, but you know, I'll look at that stuff and I'm like, I don't care about that stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I hear Despair Girls is good for Toko. I might change this track. Erykah Badu isn't doing it for me. Lupe Fiasco, we'll go with that. I was gonna play this at the beginning of the secret video I was working on. So where were we? Alright, so we were talking about Yamazaki. Again, we only have 10 minutes. Again, I don't wanna kill time. I want to spend too long here because it's late. It's like 5 minutes to 3. That's crazy. So, oh yeah, Sakurai. So when you look at, again, Yamazaki, the point I was trying to make with Yamazaki is Yamazaki's crazy. He has a bunch of these really cool ideas, right? And I feel like if we were to be able to just let him loose and he didn't feel so dependent on, you know, it's almost admirable in that sense. You know, Yamazaki could theoretically be anyone, you know. I mean, imagine, just read it, like, I really recommend you read that because you really get to see, it solidifies what you think was going through Yamazaki's mind when he was given the task of making Ace Attorney 5 or Gyukuten Sabin 5 or Dual Destinies or whatever you want to call it, because I know everybody likes their special acronyms or initialisms or whatever. So you have all of that stuff going on, right? And you know, it was just interesting to get an exploration into Yamazaki's mind and seeing, okay, I'm really afraid, I'm scared of what to do, I'm scared of how to bring Phoenix back, I'm scared of how to design this character of Athena. Just all of these general insecurity. Even like, here's something interesting. He was talking about the final boss of Dual Destinies, right? And as much as I wanted to like stick my hand through my computer screen and just shake him around and say, come on, what are you doing? It was like, I think he said something along the lines of, I was scared old-time fans wouldn't like the direction we took with Dual Destinies. He acknowledges that Dual Destinies is a very experimental game, and Ace Attorney 6 literally couldn't have been made without, what's it called? Ace Attorney 6 couldn't have been made without Ace Attorney 5. So, with all of that stuff in mind, you know, I just feel like, especially when you play the investigation games, Yamazaki has awareness of what he needs to do. He has, even, look at Ace Attorney 6, right? That game is so unfocused in what it wants to do, but it knows what it needs to do. So it knows it needs to give Apollo some form of closure. Now, they're not going to give it to him, but, you know, they can try. It knows that, okay, it knows that it wants to bring back Maya. Now, whether or not that's a good decision, you know, that's ultimately up in the air. It's not. But, you know, it knows it wants to create this new kingdom to give Phoenix a genuine challenge, and whether, you know, killing laws is the way to do it, you know, that one's up in the air. It knows that it still needs to make Athena relevant. Yamazaki is aware of all of these things, you know. I'm assuming that's where dual protagonists came in, you know, that little tagline that means nothing. So, oh, I love Watanabe. Sorry. Yeah, don't blame me. You have to go. It's too late. I should go. What's it called? I was going somewhere with Yamazaki. Yeah. Okay. I think Mecha Shadow brings up a good point in that Yamazaki admires Takumi so much that he worried a lot about filling his shoes, and I feel like even it was the point that he made in regards to the family issues thing that really made me think, wow, we really need some fresh blood in Ace Attorney. Again, I said this on Twitter, and I'm gonna say this in this stream right now. I don't want this next game written by Yamazaki. I don't want this next game written by Shu Takumi. Like, it honestly and truly, as much as I have respect for Shu Takumi, as much as I respect, you know, the work Yamazaki has done, I need to change the song, but we're gonna go on. They have such similar styles that Ace Attorney can start to begin to get a little bit stale at times, and, you know, regardless of, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, or whatever you want to say, I think it's important to get fresh new blood in there. Like, think, even music, right? Like, Ace Attorney was, remember when Ace Attorney had, like, a different composer for each separate game? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the first 5 games, like, the first game to Investigations had a different composer each time, but now it's just Trials and Tribulations, Dual Destiny, Spirit of Justice. He had another one. I think he was Investigations too. I forget. So I'm gonna play some more music because I really like the music in the background. Really helps me. Kanye West, Selfish. Yeah, let's go with that. My throat is dry again. Beautiful. Love it. Everyone's favorite 3 AM streams. Love it. While you sleep, I yearn for justice. Okay. So where were we? Alright. Yamazaki. Needing fresh new blood in the Ace Attorney series. The reason I want this game to be Ace Attorney 7 to be written by a completely different writer is just because I want to see something new. I want to see some innovation in Ace Attorney, and regardless of whether that innovation will lead to good or bad results, I will at least respect the attempt to make some innovations, you know. Even Dual Destinies, you know, for as safe as that game is, some of the innovations it made were actually really good. Like, imagine, listen, I don't even use this feature, right? But it's so easy to get stuck and lost in Ace Attorney, and in Dual Destinies, and everyone overlooks this, they implemented like a notepad mechanic where it tells you exactly what you need to do each and every single time. When you need to go talk to Fulbright, you need to go talk to Fulbright. You need to present this to Christoph Gavin. I know Christoph isn't in the game, but it's an example. It'll tell you to present it to Christoph Gavin. It you know, it incentivizes players to keep going because they have a clear idea of what they need to do. Yeah, you know, some of the innovations in the gameplay aren't inherently bad. What's another good one from Dual Destinies? I know there's something else I like. Oh man, things to like about Dual Destiny is shoot. Okay, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one, but I know there's something. You know, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to figure it out. My point is, innovations in the series aren't always inherently bad. Even if you want to look at Apollo Justice, I can name a million Apollo Justice I just love. Apollo Justice even, in fact, it didn't innovate a lot. Now that I think about it, I had a conversation with Volty once, and we were like, "Oh yeah, I think one of the problems with Apollo Justice is that it doesn't do a lot to change what's already there." And that's, you know, do you guys remember when way back when everyone used to call what's it called? Everyone used to call Apollo a Phoenix clone. And then the reason everyone stopped calling Apollo a Phoenix clone was because they gave him more backstory, because, you know, that changes everything. You know, I think that might be in part to do with, and I know it sounds crazy, how similar Apollo's game is in structure and, well, not in structure, but generally how the game is to Phoenix's games, you know. And everyone wasn't used to. I talk about this in my Apollo Justice characters video, but there is a defense attorney archetype that you need to adhere to in order to relate to the player. So there's, he's gotta be a little sarcastic. He gotta be a little little willy. Chill, relax, pause. He's gotta be a little witty. You know, he needs to dual save slots. Save slots. It's great. Sorry. Anyone I would like to write Ace Attorney. Sorry, see, all over the place. What I should do for the next stream is get up like the chat in the corner, wherever. Okay, so anyone I'd like to write Ace Attorney. I think anyone who's willing and has ideas. You know, I don't want them to just hire. You know, you did whatever. You try it, because, you know, anyone can do something. I mean, like, who was Yamazaki before Ace Attorney, you know? No, I haven't, as far as I'm aware, I know Takumi has an English degree, I believe he said once in an interview. I think it was like Ace Attorney anime interview. But I mean, what has Yamazaki done before Ace Attorney? As far as I'm aware, nothing. And that's not an insult on Yamazaki. That's just saying that, you know, look at the games that he made, and we don't even know anything he did before that. Like, Yamazaki could just be a nobody, right? Like, even a lot of, there's like freelancers that join in with Yamazaki. In fact, something I appreciate about Yamazaki's style is that, and he mentions this again in the interview, but he's very progressive in that he's willing to take ideas from other people, and he works as a group. Takumi's very, I was going to say the word aloof, and I don't think that's the right word. He's very isolated in that he'll do the scenario by himself. He'll do the direction by himself. He'll write the entire game by himself. He'll do the whole script by himself. And yeah, that's great in knowing that that's his vision and that's exactly how he wants it. But it can be very helpful. Again, there's so many differences between Takumi and Yamazaki I feel are often overlooked. The Takumi versus Yamazaki argument isn't as cut and dry as it seems. Like, I know Yamazaki has his supporters and Takumi has his really big supporters. So, you know, they both have their upsides and downsides, and one of the downsides of Takumi is that because he works completely alone, it can be difficult to, one, proofread his ideas, I assume, and two, it's just, you know, if you've ever worked with anyone ever, and I'm someone that actually likes to work alone, and I'll say this with complete confidence, but if you ever worked with anyone ever, you'll know that bouncing off ideas of other people is very important to the process of creation, because it gives you an idea of, it just gives you multiple ideas. You know, you're not idea man. You're not gonna have all the ideas in the world. So it's good to have some fresh perspective, and I appreciate that progressive style in, you know, Yamazaki's work. I'm gonna get another track playing in the background. Everything I Am will be too much. How about Parappa the Rapper? We'll get video gaming. Big instrumental. I like that track. Anyone play Parappa the Rapper here? Anyone? I had that game on PlayStation 2. I loved it. I had the PlayStation 1 one too. I love that game. This is a nice track. You should, if you ever have the time, listen to Parappa the Rapper's OST. It's good. ignore this a bit. I'm not sure if many of you remember this. The topic is Phoenix Wrongs. Let's relay it back real quick. In one of my Phoenix Wrongs, I believe it was Man of Injustice, there was a Parappa the Rapper reference in Sister Muisa, whatever, or Musha, whatever. The car driving girl, you know, it's like, top the car, the get far, like, oh. Yeah, she's that one, right? You know, and it's like, the roller skating one, where they're just saying random stuff. And I used Nicole Swift because she had a microphone. And there's a lot that goes into doing Phoenix Wrongs. This video is no longer about Phoenix Wrongs, by the way, so that doesn't even have to be the focus of the conversation. I barely talked about Phoenix Wrongs, and that's in the title. But you know, that's what I kind of like about doing a podcast. You can just go anywhere, and it's wherever. Like sometimes I'm writing a script, right, and I just want to go off. I'm talking about. So say I was writing a script about. I'm working on an Athena video, right? I was writing a script about Athena. And in the script, I talk about how similar her situation is to Apollo. And then I go on a bit of a tangent about Apollo, and I'm like, I gotta cut this down. This video is about Athena, it's not about Apollo. And you have to, you know, in something like this, I can just go wherever I want. It's like, oh man, I haven't been reading the chat. Whoa, where are we? Whoa, what's going on? Yeah, but okay. In regards to what Mecha Shadow said, then I know, and I think there are definitely benefits to Takumi working alone. There can be serious benefits, you know. Again, there's a single vision. There are not too many hands in the kitchen. One of the problems with Apollo Justice that are commonly cited: too many hands in the kitchen. Not everyone had the same vision. Well, I'd argue that it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things because, you know, Takumi still thought of the idea of Phoenix and whatever. It's a whole can of worms. You know, having a single vision is fine and it works, but you know, it does help with his determination. But okay, I can't spoil DGS for you guys, right? If there's anything I learned from seeing DGS 1, which is an amazing game by the way, and seeing how much has changed for DGS 2, which I'm not gonna spoil. Let's just say, Shutakumi. I'm gonna make a video about Shutakumi, and something that's always struck me as interesting with him is, I've always wondered if he's as good as we all say he is, or is he just getting lucky. I liken Shutakumi very much to Phoenix Wright, or if you want to get Japanese, Naruhodo Riichi. I'm never saying that again. Phoenix Wright. I like Phoenix Wright. We're going with dubbies for the rubbies. Let's go with that. So, you know, I liken him to Phoenix Wright, not only because the whole entire staff is like, Takumi's Phoenix. Proper shot. Alright, ooh, I like that track. Originally, for this Phoenix Wrong, the Parappa the Rapper track 2, Parappa the Rapper 2, the track Come a Long Way by the Pancake Girl, the girl that Parappa likes. Her song was originally going to be the credit sequence. In addition, so was Samurai Champloo, the ending theme there. In addition, I think there was one more. I ended up going with Family Affair. I know. Oh, also Concept of Love by Jet Set Radio was also considered. There were like 4 different songs considered for that. See, we can get on topic. Speaking of Jet Set Radio, okay, Humming the Bassline. Let's do that. I like this track. This game, I love this game. Play Jet Set Radio. That game's great. Alright. Oh man. So yeah, DGS 2 wasn't a big fan of some of the ideas introduced, but you know, to each their own. And if that was the plan from the beginning, it does make you question, it does make me question, you know, would Apollo Justice 2 really have been as good as we all presume it was, you know? Something I talk about a lot, especially when like rappers or celebrities die, is legacy, you know? If something dies before its time, everyone's just like, what could have been? Listen, Apollo, something we might have to just, I want to throw on the table right now. I'm someone that loves Apollo Justice, right? You know, Apollo Justice 2 could have been awful. Like, literally, I'm not saying it would have been, but imagine Takumi excluding bringing back Phoenix. Apollo Justice 2 literally could have just been Dual Destinies. I'm not saying it would have been. I don't think it would have been. But, you know, think about it like that. It's just the fact that Apollo Justice 2 didn't happen. That's the reason everyone wants it. In fact, okay, speaking of Apollo Justice 2, let's just... this is right off this point with Apollo Justice 2. There's still people to this day, and this is so bewildering to me, right? There's people that actually want Apollo Justice 2 at this point. There's people, they even implied it at the end of their interview, the interview with Yamazaki, Fuse, and the other guy. They like, yeah, I love this track. Oh man, I mean, so yeah, there's people that actually want Apollo Justice 2 right now, and that's so confusing to me, because I'm like, why? Like, at this point, it's ruined. Just let it die. Like, you know, I bring this up in the Athena video, but it's so hypocritical for you in one breath to be like, Phoenix is taking Apollo's spotlight. I hate it. Blah blah blah. He had 3 games of development. He had his whole game. Even the story of Apollo Justice was about Apollo. Was about Phoenix. Apollo needs his time to shine. He needs his second game. He needs his time in the fame. Well, rhymes. I was gonna keep that going, but I'm not a rapper, so. So yeah, there's all these people saying all that stuff, but the second we're like, the next game might be a Pheno, the next game might be a reboot. No, we need. I think I got a comment like just yesterday that was like, oh man, I hope in Ace 27 Clavia gets a big role, and I'm like, why? I don't know. Oh man, the track's over. Let me get another Jet Set Radio track. I love Jet Set Radio. I used Let Mom Sleep in another one. Electric Toothbrush, that's a nice background ambient. I love this track. Who was the one that composed this again? It was like Hideki something. He also made Sonic Rush's OST, and I love that OST. He's great. Like, if I were to ever make my own personal video game, I would 100% be inspired by his style. I love it. Ugh, it's great. You know? It isn't. Apollo Justice 2, it doesn't exist and it never will. And if it did exist, I feel like it would be a betrayal of it. It'd just be a betrayal. Like, no, just don't make an Apollo Justice 2. It's stupid. Don't do that. It's dumb. You know? This was supposed to end 8 minutes ago, but I'll keep going. We'll go for an hour. We'll shoot for that. Just under an hour though. I don't want it to reach forward. I'm still yelling. So, you know, like, there's all these people like, I can't wait for Ace 27 to be about Clavia. I can't wait for Spirit of Justice to be about. I can't wait for the sequel Spirit of Justice to be about Apollo's adventures in Kurain. Like, why do you want that? Like, I included this joke in the Phoenix Wrong. Like, Apollo Justice Kurain Kingdom Adventures. Why would you want that? First of all, Kurain sucks. And also, second of all, regardless of what your thoughts are on Apollo's character arc, on his growth or supposed growth or whatever, at the end of the day, he's done. That's what they did with him. You know, as sad as it is to see Apollo be outed in such a way, it sounds crazy, right? I don't know. If you go on that video right now, and there's nothing against the guy, you know. I love my audience, you know. But I read that comment, I was like, what? Okay. Clavia's dead. Like, literally, Apollo Justice was, as a game, was about Phoenix, Trucy, and Clavia. It wasn't about Apollo. I guess it was a bit about Kristoff. It wasn't about the judge. You know what I miss? I miss Vera. Vera's in this video. That's why she's posting a picture of my avatar. Because I like Vera. I love this track, man. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just hypocritical to me. Some guy called Bebop just... See, okay, know this. Whenever you comment on one of my videos, I get a notification about it. And, okay, so here's a funny story. You know that relationships in the 80/20 video I made? Like, every day of my life, like, I wake up, like, at around this time. It'll be like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 in the morning. And I won't be woken up to an alarm. I'll be woken up to some guy angrily responding to a thread in that video. It's like, they can't. What do you mean? Like, Gumshoe and Charlie can't be a couple. It'll be something like that. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. So you know, that's that. Apollo shouldn't get a sequel. Let him die. If you were to ask me what I want this next game to be, I want a reboot. If we're not getting a reboot, I want a purely focused Athena game or a purely focused Phoenix game. I do not want anything in between. None of that dual protagonist nonsense, because it didn't help him at all. It was trash. I didn't like it. Because at the end of the day, no one won, you know? That's the weird thing about Spirit of Justice. Spirit of Justice has so many fans, so many followers. I don't think anyone won when it came to Spirit of Justice, you know? Like, you got to talk to Maya once. Like, unless you bought the DLC, you speak to Maya once outside a prison cell. You know? Phoenix doesn't do much, and then his character is broken and raped with a broomstick at the end in, like, the civil trial. Everything with Apollo is awful, and I don't see how. I know many Apollo fans try to justify it. I can't get behind it. I can't get behind the movement. It's so dumb. It's awful. I hate it. Ugh. I mean, okay, I just have to know where the Law and Order came from. Oh, okay. Law and Order skits came from, I just got a comment now talking about Law and Order. Law and Order came from, what's it called? It came from John Mulaney. He did in the Phoenix Wrongs, he did the skits. So, John Mulaney. Might know him from Injustice for All, the guy that did the one thing you can't replace joke. I really love him. He's a great comedian. Yeah. Let's get another track playing. Again, this is fun. I like doing this. This is fun. I mean, again, it would be great to have like co-hosts and stuff, but I don't know. Sometimes I just want to talk about Ace Attorney. Sneaker Man is bad. I don't want to play too much Jet Set Radio. I love this OST, but like, not too much. Let's see what we got here. What's another video game OST I really like? You know, let's go with Apollo Justice. In fact, I like Apollo Justice. What OST I really like too. I was listening to Justice for Rules OST recently. I really like that one. Solitary Confinement. I love that track. Yeah, and it fits with the vibe of the stream. Yeah, let's play that. Yeah, it's fun, you know. Like, it's just it's interesting to just sit back and like talk about all this stuff, because you know, it's Ace Attorney, you know, and you know the main primary reason, you know. Okay, so let me even talk about my history of Ace Attorney for a second. When I first got into the series, it was like 10 years ago, pretty much. And I went on YouTube and I was like, there's gotta be so many people talking about this, and there's no one. It's just a bunch of Phoenix Wrongs, and at the time I didn't even like Phoenix Wrongs, so I was like, well, this is worthless to me. And I didn't really want to use any forums, so I played Ace Attorney alone, and that was it, you know. There was no one to really talk to about the series. I tried to get like some family members into it, but it was like, they played it, they enjoyed it for what it was. Like, they get to like the first case, some of them beat it, and then they get to Turnabout Sisters and be like, whatever. So, you know, there's that. See, because I'm reading the chat, I'm losing place of where I'm going. Fina bumps her head and becomes a prostitute. I mean, I was actually talking to Joe about this the other day. Okay, so you know how Fina has her necklace and it's what's it called? Lets her see emotions or whatever, and it's basically what lets her do a psychology thing. What I want to happen in Ace 27 is just the killer, like the final mastermind killer, just breaks into Athena's house, gets a hammer, just smashes it to pieces, like just finished, like nothing left. I think that'd be amazing. I don't know. Just break the mood matrix, like crush Widget. I swear, literally, Widget does nothing anyway. Like, do you guys even, besides "You're a jerk"? I can't remember a single line from Widget. Widget is there from a character design standpoint, and that's it. You know, I get that it's supposed to symbolize Athena carrying a heart on her chest or something like that, and I think that works, but. You're a goner. Oh man. Or even just someone breaks the machine. Like, okay, I know it's all for the sake of the minigame naturally, but you know, from what we see, you know, Athena doesn't really do any psychology outside the machine. So what if someone just, you know, got a bucket of water and just threw it over the machine and just smashed everything with a hammer? Yeah, it's been 10 years, man. It's crazy. Smash everything with a hammer. And then like I don't know, like they break into Apollo's room while he's sleeping and just get a really sharp pair of scissors and just snip the bracelet in half. Broken, can't be used again. And then, I don't know, someone finds Phoenix's home and throws the Magatama into a lake. All of these are great ideas, by the way. Listen, Ace of 27 would be saved if any of this happened to me. This is amazing. Oh man. Just the idea of someone breaking Widget is just funny to me. I don't know. Because I don't know what she would do. Like... Because it is a key part of her character design. Oh, you know what's stupid? I was talking to Doe about this the other day too. But like, okay, some bullet just said, okay, Widget's too strong, please nerf, right? Okay, so in case 2 of Dual Destinies, Apollo's about to use his bracelet on Phineas Flinch. See, I remember his name. That's crazy. I think that's because I liked him. Yeah. See, case 2 was bad, but I think I liked Phineas Flinch. He was funny. He was the guy that stole stuff, right? Yeah. So Apollo's about to use his bracelet on him. He's like, okay, I see. And then Blackwell just shoots it out of his hand and says, no, you're cheating. You can't do that. And then seconds later, like in the same case, in the next case, in the final case, it's like, yes, Sykes don't know. Use the mood matrix. I'm like, what? I don't know, man. And it's funny because, and you hear this argument a lot, the bracelet and the mood matrix are basically the same thing. I like the bracelet a lot more because it's supposed to represent a poker game, but they're basically the same thing. So seeing Blackwell just go no cheating to Apollo and just be completely cool with Athena using her stupid emotional stimulus diagnosis thing, you know, it's dumb. Also, another dumb thing about the moon matrix is, again, like, okay, with the bracelet, right? With the bracelet, Apollo isn't asking permission to do anything. He just does it, and then he reaches his own conclusion, and he presents evidence to support that conclusion, you know? It just gives him a tell, it gives him a hint to see where he's going with this, you know? With Athena's, it's kind of like, she goes, hey everyone, hey everyone, hey, I'm about to use my moon matrix. And it's like, yeah, and then she loads it up, and it's like, hey everyone, okay, so this is what I found, and this is how it's convenient to me. Like, I don't know, it just seems very one-sided and biased, and, you know, why would you just throw that thing out to the courtroom? I guess, I understand that it's from a character design standpoint, it's dumb. I don't like it. I don't know. Yeah, I remember him. Crazy. No, I like the Magatama. Magatama's great. If you watched I had a video with Toatali, a discussion. It was about gameplay gimmicks in Ace Attorney. So my favorite gameplay gimmicks are Logic and the Magatama. The Magatama is literally just interrogation. Like, there's nothing to really dislike about it. We'll play a different track. The thing is, I'm on those 30-minute mixes, and I don't really think. See, we've been listening to Solitary Confinement for 6 minutes, and I think that's way too much. So let's reel it back. Let's see what we got here. Fragrance of Dark Coffee. You know, you kind of get sick of Godot's theme after a while. Maybe Turnabout Jazz Soul. How about that? Yeah. I haven't listened to that in ages, man. Let's see. I really like the Ride of the Ashes rendition in Turnabout Jazz Soul. Oh, I really like Furio Tigre's theme on that too. And they did Truzy's theme, which I found really odd. Yeah, we'll play this. It's nice. I love this. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Like I wasn't a big fan of Rise of the Ashes. I'll make a video about it one of these days. But when I was first playing Rise of the Ashes, first time playing Ace Attorney, beat Case 1, great. Beat Case 2, great. Beat Case 3, didn't really like it, but I tanked it out. Beat Case 4, great. Got to Case 5, hated it. My life, hated it. I hated that case so much. It wasn't until 2015 that I beat Rise of the Ashes. And that's just because I rebought everything on iOS because I wanted to re-experience Ace Attorney. And I was like, okay, you have to play this case. And then, you know, I remember getting so fed up with Rise of the Ashes. I know where I got stuck too. I got stuck when you have to show how that looks like a pot or a statue, and it looked like the Blue Badger. I just couldn't figure out for the life of me. And the case had been frustrating me to hell already because it's so long and I hate it. And I know everyone knows the reason. It's made for the long time players, blah 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 blah. But okay, if I'm a first time player, I don't know. And you know, I really got my kicks from the first 4 cases. And then after giving up on Rise of the Ashes and hating Ace Attorney for a brief moment and just considering dropping it, I pick up Justice for All, and they act like it never happened, and I'm just like, okay, so didn't need to play that, and I played Justice Trials and Tribulations after, like, okay, I really didn't need to play that. So it was one of the things where I was like, wow, I wasted all that time stressing over nothing. And they're like, alright. Okay, back to chat. I haven't been reading the chat. I don't think Case 2 was great. I'm just saying that when I say great, I mean as in, the first time I played Ace Attorney, it was like, yeah, it's fun. Like, Case 2 isn't a good case, but it's still fun, you know? Like, a lot of the first game is really weak, but it has that sense of innocence, and, you know, in that sense, something to really appreciate that, you know? Ba-da-da. Oh man, it's not that part, okay. Sorry, I really like that song. Love this track, man. Oh man, I love this. How can you not like Turnabout Jazz Soul? It's like the best thing. Sally Big Gay, alright. Haters, they hate me when I'm shining. Alright. Playing Turnabout Jazz Soul, it's great. Okay. I didn't really think much of Emma in Case 5. She just whatever. I grew to really like Emma in Apollo Justice. And then, surprisingly, despite what character appreciation would tell you, I'm not really that big on Spirit of Justice's portrayal of Emma. She's really boring in that game. I mean, yes, happy she achieved her dream, but, you know, everything in Apollo Justice is just like, if Dual Destinies didn't happen, maybe I'd be more into it. So, like, Spirit of Justice has the end result of Emma finally becoming a forensic investigator or scientist or whatever, right? Apollo Justice has the bridge, like the beginning of the bridge in that, okay, Emma is, you know, upset that she didn't get what she wanted, and now she's been given more of a character and personality as a result. We never got that in-between gap, so it's hard to feel anything when she just pops up like, yeah, I did it, yay! I'm like, alright. Congratulations, but you know, it's hard to care much when we didn't get to see what was going on in that middle gap because we were too busy with full Brighton and Phantom. Alright, what else? You know, even okay, so even Apollo, like, okay, Apollo, you've developed so much. Case 2, Spirit of Justice. Apollo's just starting his journey in Apollo Justice, you know, and then no gap to bridge it, so there's nothing really there. Like, there's no substance. Like, they talk about this interview like, they're like, oh, I feel like if you play Spirit of Justice, you really should play Apollo Justice, and you really appreciate it a lot more. Like, not really, because then you'll play Dual Destinies, and you realize there's no real meat between it. Like, if Apollo Justice is the top of the burger, and Spirit of Justice is the end, there is nothing in between that burger, so I'm just eating bread. There's no patty, there's nothing there. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, Emma doesn't present much in an opposition either, but that's... Yeah, she's not really a good detective in that sense. She offers a different perspective though. I mean, I don't know. Because even in Apollo Justice, right, she wasn't all that, like... Yeah, she knew that you were with Phoenix, but she didn't go easy on you because of it. So, seeing her just suddenly go like, yeah, I love Apollo, I love Trucy so much. Like, where did this come from? Went 2 in this last game. Oh no. It's not that she wasn't appropriate, it's just that, like, they changed her up so much. No, because you can very easily say, like... You very easily say something like, Child of Magic, man. We'll love this a lot. I love this. Okay. Fall of the King, man. So you could very easily make the argument that, you know, in Apollo Justice, Emma knows you. He knows you're the quote-unquote apprentice of a Phoenix Wright, and you're traveling around with his adopted daughter or whatever. Doesn't mean anything. Like, in Turnabout Serenade, Turnabout Corner, and Turnabout Succession, still treats you the exact same. You're like, whatever, this is the case. I hate my job. This is what I'm gonna do. You know? Of course, she has so much respect for Phoenix Wright. And, you know, naturally she cares for these people. And Emma isn't a bad person, but she's just like, I'm still gonna do my job. I'm doing what I'm doing. So seeing Spirit of Justice almost make that giant shift, and like, hey guys, I love you guys so much. I've missed you so much. Where have you been? I miss you. Blah 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 blah. It's like, where did this come from? Like, I wish I had a bridge. No bridge. That's the problem. Ace Attorney. Dual Destiny's ruined so much. Yamazaki said it himself. Couldn't make Ace Attorney 6 without Dual Destinies. You know? Oh man. Ace Attorney's complicated. It's crazy. A lot of things that work and there's a lot of things that don't work, and you know, that's what we're here to talk about. I love Ace Attorney, and I always will. You know, I may not always show it, but I really do love this series, and I feel like that should never be understated. Yeah, I guess. Oh, Jack is here. Hey, yo, Jack, what's up? Sorry. Let's see, what does he say? You guys feel like Ace Attorney fans are just bored of the same formula. Not that the stories are any less ridiculous. No, because I believe the story. I think the formula works. It's just a matter of. I think Jack showed up before. I mean, sorry if I didn't say hi before. What's it called? I think the formula works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Even though I do wish there were some innovations in it, you know. But when you see something like, okay, a game as simple as the first Ace Attorney game, or even Apollo Justice, or whatever you want to call it, and it just self-contained stories about whatever, you know, well, yeah, you know, that, and then you jump to Spirit of Justice, which is about killing lawyers. There's Ace Attorney is ridiculous, yes, because it has this kangaroo court legal system, but it's never been ridiculous to the extent of, hey, we're killing lawyers. Like, I really don't want to understate that so much. Everyone understates that so much. The fact that Spirit of Justice is about a kingdom, a whole kingdom that kills lawyers. That's crazy. And like we all underplay it like, ah, it's Ace Attorney. Like that's a big jump, man. I don't know. That's a very big jump. I love Child of Magic. I love this theme. Love this track. I'm sorry, I love this track. Like, Child of Magic is probably one of my favorite tracks in Ace Attorney history. Like, if I had to make like a top Ace Attorney music list, like, Child of Magic would be really high. It's so innocent, it's so exuberant, it's so fun. I love this track so much. Jeez. Okay, I haven't played 999, sorry. Oh man, I'll read the track in chat in a second. Let me change songs. Oh, I love this track. I might play that again. I really love. I don't really want to play orchestra now. How about this? We'll play with Pearly. I know innocent Christoph Gavin really likes the orchestra stuff. He's really into music. Well, that kind of music anyway. This works, right? I don't think this fits me, no. Like imagine just yelling Ace Attorney's, but this is like positive music. This is like, yeah, I love everything. Ace Attorney's great, Danganronpa's great, Double Destinies is great, Kodaka's great. I have full faith in Ace Attorney. That's what this theme says. I ain't vibing with this. I love this theme, but have I played Ghost Trick? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Love Ghost Trick. Love, 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 love Ghost Trick. Love, love, love it. Sorry. Can't stress how much I love Ghost Trick. Takumi, you know, I don't want Takumi to write Ace Attorney 7. I wanted to make new IPs. Love, 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 love Ghost Trick. In fact, you know what? Yes, because of you, we're playing Ghost Trick music. Yes, okay. I know JT had ideas, but I have better ideas. Ghost Trick. Jack, you see what you've done to me. I love Ghost Trick. Playing Ghost Trick. Oh, man. So many good tracks. Okay, let's see. Shoot. What was a good chill track? Some of the unused tracks are really interesting. Maybe I'll play an unused track from Ghost Trick. Let me see. Some. I think this might be the sad music. I like this track. Let's go with that. This is an unused track from Ghost Trick. It sounds like a Reminisce theme. God, I love this. You didn't enjoy it? Sorry, I'm. No, it's okay, Jack. Ghost Trick is great, though. I don't know. I think. I'm not gonna spoil the ending, obviously, even though my avatar might happen to do that. You know, what's it called? Unused. No, this isn't the unused missile track. The unused missile track is later on. I can play that, but I won't. Not yet. Yeah, I was about to bring up the ending. Oh man. You know, that's a common complaint with a lot of people. A lot of people don't. Well, not a lot of people don't like the ending. It's just that a lot of people. There's a lot of mixed division with the ending. A lot of people are like, oh man. I don't know, I really liked it. I'm not gonna say the, because there's people in the chat that haven't played the game, but let's just say I liked the main antagonist. I think the reveal of who the main character is when you replay the game, it's actually foreshadowed in like these really small little ways, and I really appreciate that. So like, if I say the examples, it might spoil, but just some of the events that happen in the game, like, the obvious one is like, you can't read. I mean, stuff like, like, yearning to chase after like a ball of yarn, like stuff like that. No. Trust me, there's a lot of division with the ending. Trust me. From what I've seen, like people are like, oh, the game's great, but you know. Oh man, what's it called? Also, there's the whole thing of where did the meteorite come from and all that, but I don't think that's too important. Ooh, the mice. Yeah, I don't wanna spoil it. Ghost Trick is great. See every day, they're basically like that person you see every day going to work. You know who I see in every comment section? Mecha Shadow. He's like everywhere. Like I'll go on good Brainscrack comms to listen to something. I see like 3 comments by him. I'm like, what? I was watching like the Game Grump videos, like as in Game Grump, not Grumps, and I just saw this guy in the comments again. I'm like, alright. I watched a song called Me Johnny review, see him in the comments, I'm like, okay. What's like Clement? He's just there, like he is very everywhere. Oh man, I haven't played Dino Crisis. I need to, I might. It's like I'm Ghost Trick is so good. I recommend playing it, you know. There's something to really appreciate in its innovation too. I love that game. My god, what we achieved. Let me play a different track. This track is really sad. Like, we're not sad about Ghost Trick, we're happy. Nope. This is not the one. What is this track? This is another unused track. Sorry. Maybe this was like Deeper Into the Night or something. Some guy, top comment. Not bad when sped up by 2. Whenever I see comments like that, I don't know. And you play it sped up by 2. It's just some inaudible garbage. I'm not gonna speed up by 2. Yeah, I'll play. No, I'll play Yakuza. I promise. One of these days. One of these days, the sky's gonna break and everything will escape. Oh man. This is a different track. I am not used to this. Jeez, what is this? Experimenting with Ghost Trick. Jack, you see what you have caught. I like this track. This is Scrap's Lens theme, I think. Or like a One the Case theme, but in Ghost Trick. This is a nice way to go out, right? I like this. We're gonna end the stream on this track, definitely. Okay. Leighton, originally I didn't like it, but I've grown a fondness for it. He's alright, you know. It's very whatever, you know. Oh man. Oh man, love Ghost Trick. You guys got me really loving music from what we're playing. Ah man. Again, love Ace Attorney, love Shoot to Kill Me, love video games. Certain ones, the ones that make me happy. Ghost Trick is a game that makes me happy. Let me drink some water because I have hiccups. What was your... Oh yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Jack. You know, I like doing these chill streams. Really fun, just relaxed. Yeah, it kinda does have a Hotel Dusk vibe. Ah, I should have played Hotel Dusk. Let me lower it just a tad. Because, a tad is better than a facade. That wasn't clever, that wasn't clever at all. Okay, really like this track. Okay, so JC, what was your Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney question? I know I saw it a little, but I didn't read the entire thing. Scrolling up. Or just retype it, to be honest. I can't. There's a lot of chat. Oh man. to be honest, nah, I'm gonna be with JC on this one. I don't think I'm gonna. If Yakuza 0 is the best one, I don't think I'm gonna play it. As in, I'm not gonna play that one. Oh, okay. So I used to play Ace Attorney games on stream. I was actually planning to play an Ace Attorney game on stream. Sometimes I play fan games. Theoretically, I could do that now, but it's really late. So, I promise next time, just for you, Jack, I'll play like a fan case on stream. Because I'm still sorting out like all these assets, right? Because I want to get, obviously, last time I streamed, I was streaming Investigations 2, and that went really badly because I was using Fancase Friday assets. Okay, yeah, I can play that. Oh yeah, I beat Investigations 2. That's what the whole inspiration for this whole stream is about. Phoenix Wrongs. That was what it's supposed to be about. I was supposed to talk about. There's a lot of fan cases I need to play. This whole stream was supposed to be about what's it called? Phoenix Wrongs, and what's it called? The main inspiration for the Phoenix Wrong was actually Investigations 2, just because it made me realize how many family issues are in Ace Attorney. It just got me interested in, like, you know, general sprite work again. Maybe go, I want to play around with these sprites again. Like, if you even see the Wrong, I'm using a lot more Investigations characters. Like, I used, God, I forgot his name again. The guy with 1,000,000 cents. See, I know who Ernest Amano is now, because I had to literally type his name out. But Mr. 1,000,000 cents. See, it ain't coming to me. No, alright. Educate me, people. Alright, let me read these questions. Yeah, I finished Investigations 2. Favorite fan games? I haven't played, there aren't many full fan games, are there? I could tell you my favorite fan cases. But some of them I haven't looked into yet. One of which was, it had issues, but it was a fan case involving, it basically retold Apollo Justice, since it interpreted that Phoenix rigged the system, and since there was no juris system after Apollo Justice, it did a retrial of Vera Mission. And I thought that one was really interesting. The only problem is it seems to have a lot of, it was written with a little bit of malice towards Apollo Justice, and so I had to kind of get over that. I was like, this guy really don't like this game, huh? And you know, you have to kind of just learn to get over it and just play everybody's interpretation. Zinc LeBlanc! You called Stickler as Flinch from... Oh man, I had no idea. Zinc LeBlanc. Him. Never gonna remember his name. Worthless. Worthless coins. I don't like them. The girl who was the murderer was Cammy Lee, and then the other girl was Rhoda Tenero. Sorry, I'm going back. I'll go read the question now. What do you feel about the jump in Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney compared to Spirit of Justice? Honestly, I had no problem with that game. Then again, it wasn't killing lawyers more than them not. Okay, yeah, alright. So, we're not taking them seriously with witches. I think Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney gets a bit of a pass because it's set in this surreal crossover land, and I know that, as far as I know, I'm not a Layton fan, right? So I'm not well versed in this, but Layton tends to be very over the top and crazy with its world. The difference with Spirit of Justice is, one is taking some established law and adding something that doesn't even make sense to it, like let me contextualize this in terms of Ace Attorney again. Say the place that they're always smuggling drugs, the made-up country in Ace Attorney, Boginia or whatever. Yeah, we'll call it Beginia. It's not Beginia, we're calling it Beginia or Borginia or whatever. Virginia, Beginia, we'll call it that. The drug place, yeah, with the smuggling rings all having fun. The place probably isn't a fun place. Okay, imagine suddenly in Ace Attorney 7, they're just like, oh yeah, Fina, that place has been killing lawyers for a long time. It's like that. Like that thing we knew about for so long. By the way, they're doing this. I know we're lawyers, and I forgot to tell you, but they are doing this. I know my cousin lives there, but oops, forgot to tell you. So in that sense, it's like Spirit of Justice is taking established law and making it into this surrealist setting, which I don't think inherently the idea. Again, what Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney gets right is inherently it's just the idea of Phoenix going to a separate, you know, place. It's a different country or whatever. You know, it's I don't know what to tell you. The power of the retcon. Spirit of Justice has so many retcons. Oh, sorry. I don't want to get too into it, but there are a lot of retcons, and I don't agree with a lot of them. A lot of the retcons in Spirit of Justice are not good. There are a lot of retcons in Ace Attorney. It's Trials and Tribulations have retcons, you know. Literally, the first case is a retcon in itself, but it's way more believable than, hey, Maya has been working in a kingdom that kills lawyers for 2 years, didn't tell Phoenix nothing. Great. The game is so bad. Sorry. Oh man. Oh man. I mean, you could argue, it's a dictatorship. They didn't know what to do, but like, oh hey, we're just gonna kill lawyers. It's dumb. Yeah, it's dumb. Spirit of Justice is really stupid. I don't. And like, it'll still be defended. It'll be defended as Ace Attorney is, you know, what Apollo from character from Apollo. I hope none. To answer your question, Jack, I hope none of them show up, because I've had enough of Apollo's family. I've had enough of Apollo's past. I've had enough of Apollo. I love Apollo. Yeah, done. He's dead. He's a dead horse. Let's kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. He's over. Enough. No more. I'm good. No more Apollo. He's no. Ignore the red Magatama. Why didn't Misty Faye just kick her out? Like, you know, they say that if you're spirit channeling someone, you could just kick him out anytime you want, right? Okay, so at least the master of the Korean channeling technique, I mean, would she not be able to just throw him out? Like, I mean, and if the master can't do that, then why is I forgot her name. Nayuta's mother not able to. It's just like, what? Apollo's long lost cousin that was a magician, but also Phoenix's father. Like, Ace Attorney is getting ridiculous, right? It really is. Apollo's a mess, like a complete mess. I don't know what to do with him. I love him to death. I love his game to death. Like, Apollo personality-wise is fine, but he is very much a character that's been made to serve whatever the story of the game is. Okay, Apollo Justice's story is about Phoenix and Truthie's past. Okay, so Phoenix, Apollo is the lost son of a magician and a performer. Oh, so this game is about astronauts and space and Athena's backstory. Great. Apollo's best friend died in a rocket launch. Oh, Spirit of Justice is about killing lawyers. Guess Apollo's the long lost son of a revolutionary who's on the run from a kingdom that kills lawyers. Like, just say it aloud. Just say it aloud. Like, say it. Like, literally, just say it with me. A kingdom that kills lawyers. You don't have any idea how stupid that is. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's so dumb. Just say it out loud. A kingdom that kills lawyers. Ace Attorney is ridiculous. Yes, Ace Attorney is crazy stuff. But come on. I don't know. It's just a bit crazy, right? I don't know. Ace Attorney is getting too much for itself. Kurayan is crazy. And it becomes difficult, like, you know? I think Dual Destinies is worse than Spirit of Justice, 100%. But sometimes, when you look at how crazy Spirit of Justice is and how much of a mess it is, you do have to sometimes question, I mean, the game does a lot worse than Dual Destinies at points. I don't know. This game's so stupid, oh my god. Dual Destinies ruins a lot. Dual Destinies sets the precedence for all the trash that comes next. But Spirit of Justice really does love to follow through. Like Yamazaki said it himself, I will quote you to the end of days, Yamazaki. Ace Attorney 6 couldn't have happened without Ace Attorney 5. Spirit of Justice couldn't have happened without Dual Destinies. It was a sequel, it was a follow-up to what was set and what has become. Dual Destinies was an experimental game, they took a new direction, and they really did take a new direction. Oh man. I mean, I made a video, it was just a dumb meme. Yamazaki.mp4. I think that video really does epitomize an overwhelming majority of my complaints with the guy, you know. He's raising the stakes, bringing back characters, he just does whatever, man. And he's a good writer, like, I have faith in him, I believe in him, I genuinely do. I just feel like he needs to do more of his own thing, you know? To answer your question, SpongeJar, I'm gonna go SpongeJar, or Matty SpongeJar, how about Reboot? How about none of them? To honestly answer your question though, I would go with Dual Destinies 2. The reason I'd pick Dual Destinies 2 over Spirit of Justice 2 is because Kurain is so bad, and Dual Destinies was all just in one place, right? And at least a Dual Destinies 2 would follow up on the Phantom Mystery. You know what's so interesting about this interview? I should really link this interview. Alright, so I tweeted it out, so if you go on my Twitter, you should see it somewhere. Yamazaki and his whole team is just like, huh, I wonder who the fandom was working for. Like, yeah, we never explained that, did we? Ha ha ha. And then they drop it completely. We're like, okay, so onto art? And I'm like, so onto art? I don't know, man. Like, you can't literally just say, hey, we didn't explain Jack. We didn't explain anything in our game. By the way, let's go talk about art. That's a bit, I don't know, kind of stupid. Each their own. Callisto U. Sorry, random. But immediate answer. The second I saw that come up, I like you. I like you. Callisto U was fun. I remember her. I definitely am due for a replay of Investigations 1 though. And I've only played that game once. So, yeah. And it was the first time I played it. So that is a thing that I need to do. Ah, man. Crazy. Life is a crazy. Oh, wait, okay, Jack, let me actually, I'll tweet you the interview. Give me a sec. Yamazaki. I'm just gonna look this up. This has been playing for a while. I love this track. I love Ghost Trick. What can I say? Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Again, very laid back, very chill. Man, let's see. It's Ace Attorney is just very interesting to discuss. I'll post the link in the chat. You can give it a read while listening. I was supposed to end this stream 30 minutes into it, and we're already like an hour into it. See, problem with me, I'm like, Oh yes, the legal system that was saved by... Oh boy. Dual Destinies is crazy. Okay, let's talk about... I have a video about Trucy Plan, but I'll talk about it briefly here. We really overshot on time. I was supposed to end this at like 3. And it is 4. Okay. I'll briefly... This was supposed to be the outro track, and it has been playing for 15 minutes. 16 now. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's okay, don't worry. It's 12 PM for you. Yeah. It's 4 AM for me, man. I need to go to bed. I'll be popping off soon, don't worry. It was fun seeing you, Jack. Me too. We'll have fun sometime. I'll see you. I know you're in like Japan or something, right? Wish you the best of luck, you know? It's been a while. I catch up, you know? What's it called? So yeah, Yamazaki goes on to say, I don't... Oh wait, no. I was talking about Yamazaki. See, this guy's on this Trials and Tribulations credits. I'll play it, don't worry. But, you know, fine. Which one? The orchestra or, you know, regular? Why not? Trials and Tribulations credits. In fact, no. I'm gonna spite him. In fact, this one's still good, though. if I really wanted to spite him, I'd play the Dual Destinies ending theme. Alright. Nah, this one's too sad. Like, we're not sad here. I'm gonna play. I like this track though. Like, no, let's keep. No, it's too sad. Too sad. Too sad. Play Dual Destinies ending. This is the worst saxophone you've ever heard in your life. There's a moral conflict inside of me. I haven't played Contempt of Court, no. No! No, play the garbage one. This saxophone, man. Spite him. Man, actually don't mind this though. I kinda like this. Okay, I was gonna briefly talk about Trucy's character. Problem with Dual Destinies, I mean Spirit of Justice and how it handles Trucy's character is just simply that, you know, it just retreads what was already established about Trucy's character. Yamazaki goes into it, in fact, in this interview, and it solidifies some of what I had to say about it, but it retreads what Apollo Justice is already established, and then that's it. It's like, hey, Trucy's sad and hiding her true feelings. And that's it. Oh man. I love this. See, the saxophone is bad and fake, but you know, you grow to appreciate it. You know, just for JC, I'll play the Apollo. I don't even like the intro to this one. I just saw a cornered heart at the right of this track, and whenever I hear that track, all I can think about is Apollo banging his head face first on a desk, and just how stupid that scene was. Wait, no? Vera's in the video. Why am I playing this worthless? No, there's a good credits theme already. What am I doing? Play the good one. Oh, I hate how Apollo Justice's one can be looped. But I love this track. This is like the best ending theme. I love Trials and Tribulations, but yep, love this. It is beautiful. Love, love, love. Love, love. I actually recently played a voice actor, so I wouldn't be against it. Like, it was for a non-paid role, and I just paid them anyway. I was just like, it's a nice thing to do. No. I've chosen. I like this. Yeah, I can vibe to this. You have no idea how many times I've played this. I love Ghost Trick's credit theme, don't worry. It's like, but this, yeah, I like this. Oh man. Oh man. See, forget all that Spirit of Justice stuff, man. This is whiny. This is my boy. See, this is the Polo I like. None of that Dual Destinies, none of that Spirit of Justice. This is what I like. This is when he was pure. I'm sorry, this stream has devolved into me listening to music. Yeah, I might have to sign out soon. It's been an hour and a half. Yeah, this one's so good. Sorry. Oh, I love this track. Oh, it's so good. Ah. Imagine a series that mixed the Boondocks with Ace Attorney. That would be very inappropriate, but I might have something. I'm currently working on something that's kind of like that, but it's just like, whatever. Please no. I don't even want to open the doors to that conversation. No. What I think is gonna happen, honestly, I love this. Sorry. What I think is gonna happen. Yeah, this stream's over. I was gonna ask you, respond to what JC said, but I'm gonna just let you guys ride out a Ball of Justice. Thank you guys for staying around. It was cool. It was supposed to end an hour ago, a literal hour ago, but I just kept going. It was a fun talk. I'm glad you guys stuck around. I'm gonna change to my Kanye West Touch the Sky intro. Go away. Oh man, it's been real.